Good morning, 5 minutes and counting, video 98. Promise you this video is not going to be a long one because there's not too much to say. We'll just get straight into it. Non-negotiables. Ticked off everything off the list. Yesterday was a good day. I posted on Instagram, posted on TikTok, posted on Instagram story, outreach to 10 people. I also started sending out the email as well, sent the deck to three companies, had a studio session, made some more content. Yeah, yesterday was a good day, but you know what it is, yeah? It's not just about getting the non-negotiables done for the sake of getting the non-negotiables done. It is about being intentional with actually trying to move the studio forward, and I don't want to lose sight of that. So the work that I'm doing is meant to add value. It's meant to do something in order to get the studio out there further, get more bookings, more visibility, and I do believe the work that was done yesterday definitely ticks all of those boxes in it. But it can feel like sometimes I'm just following the formality of getting the non-negotiables done, and at the same time it's like that as a fail-safe. So even if I'm having a shit day or if I'm just not on task, as long as I follow that, I know that there will be some sort of value that has been achieved on that day. And I want to talk more about the content that I made yesterday. I can't remember which video it was, but I think it was like 2 videos ago. I was talking about like every day is an opportunity, and one of my issues is that like sometimes I take too long to act upon the ideas that I got in my head. So yeah, the content that I got done was the idea that I came up with, which was basically trying to simplify the idea of set design. And I've broken that idea of set design down into 3 simple steps, which is the floor that you stand on, the backdrop that you stand in front of, and the props that you incorporate into the shoot. I'm not too sure if the execution is 100% correct. I just spoke with my brother Dre, and he was saying, yo, I think you could make this better, or make that better. And I'm definitely going to implement all of the changes, but I'm also going to post what I've done, because I just want to move with the efficiency and speed of testing Insta, and we'll see the feedback that we get from it. It will give me an indication on whether or not the concept is good. It will give me an indication or not if people see it as valuable. So yeah, man, I don't really think there's too much more to say, you know. Yeah, there's no other topics that I want to speak about. This is a nice, quick, easy check-in, let you know about the non-negotiables, let you know that I've achieved them, let you know about the content that's been made. And yeah, I don't really have no topics to speak about, man. I'm going to keep this one nice, short and sweet. I'll see you lot tomorrow. You know what? There is one thing that I'm going to address, actually. Fear. Let's talk about fear for a second. Because me talking to the camera, me looking directly in the lens right now, I'm being dead serious, man. This ain't my steez. This ain't what I feel comfortable with. But I'm doing it though. Turning up every day, speaking directly to the camera. And obviously, I'm talking about fear because, once again, the guy that likes to trigger everybody has said I don't speak directly to the camera, but I've been doing that. Then he says I hide behind content, and I think what he's talking about is anytime I make something, I always have to add some sort of style to it, whether that be making the video black and white, whether that be making the shot composition a little bit more symmetrical, just anything, you get me. Obviously there's a part of me that can't help that because that's just my approach, but at the same time I'm not trying to hide behind content. Like right now I'm directly talking to the camera, it's raw, there's going to be minimal editing to this. I'm obviously going to add the title, I'm going to add the logo, I'm going to add the number of what video this is, but I'm not trying to hide behind the content. But I'm also not going to act like I don't have fear. I definitely do have fear. I fear, I said it before, obviously I fear looking cringy. That's a fact. I think everybody has that, but I believe I'm kind of overcoming that. But another fear that I have, and this is away from the studio and more directed to just me as a creative professional and the freelance work, I'm actually afraid to say my price. And it's been a thing that I've been battling with for a hot minute now. I'm afraid to say my price because, as I said in yesterday's video, a lot of the people that do contact me as of recent are, creators, and it's not because they're from the black community. It's more of a case of just people who are starting out in their own business endeavors. So it's small businesses or people that have got ideas that kind of want to jumpstart their way into getting those ideas off the ground. So they will come to me and ask if I'm able to offer my services. You get me? But because I'm very aware of the fact that they're starting out, I know that they don't have the budget to pay, and I find myself in a place of not knowing what to even say to them, because I don't want to say something that's too high, that's going to scare them away. And while I know I'm definitely worth what I feel that I'm worth, what my price is, some might not think it's worth it, and others might just not have the budget to be able to afford it. So I actually don't know how to combat that. I don't know how to get over that fear. The second thing as well, it's like when it comes to pricing, there's two different prices, isn't there? There's when you're working with, a big established brands on a commercial level, what you're going to charge them is not what you're going to charge an individual. And I've made mistakes in the past where I've probably gone in too high on a person or on a business that is not at the scale to be able to afford them prices. And then on the opposite end of the spectrum, there's been big companies that have asked me to do things and I've gone in too low. So it's like a mad juggling act in it, and I know enough of us creatives, whether you're a UCG, content creator, photographer, filmmaker, graphic designer, I know this is one of the biggest things that we all have a problem with, and it definitely does come down to fear. I don't know how to overcome it, I don't even have an answer today, but I just thought I would speak on it and share it, because along with these videos being non-negotiables, I'm also trying to make them more purposeful with the things that I'm talking about, the stories that I'm sharing, the ideas that I'm sharing, and to make the videos more relatable in it. So yeah, man, the topic that I thought I'd touch on today is fear, and fear from the perspective of creating or being a creative and understanding and figuring out what your price is and how you go about, charging for your services. But yeah, man, told you, quick video. I ain't gonna overspeak. See you tomorrow.